Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman. We are at Jarry Park in Montreal for the second game of this doubleheader. Expos took the first game 10-2. And the Braves now find themselves clinging on to a half-game lead in the National League West with the Giants on their tails. They have a doubleheader, by the way. That'll be played tomorrow, I believe. Expos move within 20 of the first place Pittsburgh Pirates in the East. And it's going to be Jarvis versus Jaster in this second game. Jarvis a right-hander, Jaster the southpaw. And I'll have the lineups. I'll review the lineups in just a few minutes. Interesting to note, if you look at our standings, the Giants lead Atlanta by one game in the loss column. Good evening, Kathy Harden, for Thursday night Strat-O-Matic 1969 baseball. I'm gonna switch to cannabis and ginger ale for my beverage for this ball game. So, very interesting circumstance here. The Atlanta Braves, a game behind in the loss column against the Giants. Yeah, looking at our landing page, we'll have the California Angels with Rudy May at the New York Yankees and Mel Stottlemyre. Oh yeah, I got some ginger ale with ice. It's beautiful. That's going to be at 9 a.m. Eastern U.S. time. Then afternoon and evening, we have a doubleheader, split doubleheader. First game, Giants at the Phillies. It will be McCormick for the Giants and Boozer the loser getting a start in the first game. In the second game, that starts at 3 p.m. Eastern. In the second game, that'll be 6 p.m. Eastern, just like this. Bolin for the Giants, Fryman for the Phils. And then rounding off the last game of this date, August 5, 1969, Bob Gibson and the St. Louis Cardinals at San Diego, Kelly for the Padres. And we're so glad to have you with us today. I'm going to get started here with just a little bit of a pick-me-up here. This is Blueberry Muffin Hybrid, and it works very nicely for me. I've enjoyed it. I have new small dice due to be scheduled on Saturday. That way we can mix up those whites with other colors. They're just a tad larger than these. These are 0.43 inches wide, and the other ones will be 0.47. We also have new pens. We got about a 3-pack, I think. I'm not sure how many, but I got these exact pens, which are getting to the end here. Very nice. I also have some new chillums coming in. These pretty babies that, you know, they cake up resin if I don't keep on top of them with with 90% rubbing alcohol or whatever it is. And those are very inexpensive. They're about $1 each. And so we'll get going with some of that. It's a beautiful, beautiful night here at Jarry Park in Montreal. Just gorgeous. Let's look at our opening lineups. For the Atlanta Braves in this second game, Felipe Alou leads it off in center. He did not play in the first game. Mian bats second. He was the leadoff hitter in the first. And he'll play second base. Batting third is future Hall of Famer Henry Aaron. Playing right field, Rico Cardi. Playing both games of the double. And he will be in left. That's tasty. Batting, excuse me. Batting fifth at first base, Orlando Cepeda. Oh, yuck. Nuck. Batting sixth at third base, Cletus Boyer. Bob Tillman will be doing the catching. And batting seventh, Bob Didier caught the first game. Gil Garrido at short, batting eighth. And the pitcher, Pat Jarvis, a right-hander. For the Montreal Expos, it's Gary Sutherland leading off at second base. Ron Fairley bats second in center. Batting third is Rusty Staub in right field. Big Mac Jones is the cleanup hitter in left. Bob Bailey, who hit a home run, a 2-run home run in the seventh. Let's not forget, Fairley hit the grand slam. What a game that was. 10-2 Montreal. It will be Bob Bailey batting fifth at first base. Coco LaBoy will bat sixth and play third. Ron Brand is catching. It was Bateman in the first game. Bobby Wine bats eighth at shortstop. And the pitcher, Larry Jaster. And in just a couple minutes or a minute or so, we expect the Expos to take the field here at Jarry Park. The fans are excited. Expos won the first game 10-2. They're looking for a sweep. Very exciting circumstance. They've won the first two of this 4-game series. They are in fifth place, ahead of the Phillies. As an expansion team, they're doing quite well. Quite well. And the Expos take the field. We'll check the tweet. Larry Jaster on the mound. taking his warm-ups, the left-hander. The tweet is up and the tweet is good. Okay, Sebastian has arrived. And here come the Braves in the top of the first. Felipe will lead it off against Jaster. Jaster is ready now. The windup, the pitch to Felipe. 3-4, pops it up to short. Wine makes the catch, one away, and we are underway. We've got Sebastian for the Spos, I assume. Ms. Harden will also go with the Spos again. It's one down. Here's Felix Millan again against the left-hander, Larry Jaster. Starting this second game and trying to do something they have not done yet in their history, and that's sweep a doubleheader. Millan at the plate. Here's Jaster now. 4-7. And that's hit out into, it's a base hit by Millan. A 4-7 single for Felix. On first base with one down, and here's Henry Aaron. Aaron hit a 2-run, if I was not mistaken, in that first game. Put the Braves ahead 2-1, but the Expos came back with lots of runs later to win the ball game. 6 in the 7th, 3 in the 8th. And they won it 10-2. Aaron takes a ball, low and outside. Beautiful night here in Montreal. Just lovely. Okay, Jaster ready. Here's the pitch to Aaron. 4-4. Catcher X. That's going to be for Brand. He's a 4. 18-4. And he fouls out to Ron Brand, 2 away. So Aaron retired, and here's Rico Carty. Millan on first, 2 down. Okay, Jaster. The pitch to Rico. 5-7, and that is a base hit. For Carty, Millan rounds second, goes to third. So, with 2 outs, Carty gets a base hit off of Jaster. It's first and third, 2 down now for Orlando. Braves in a very, very interesting situation here. Their lead in the NL East West has been whittled like wood. It's down to 5, and not only that, they're down by 1 in the loss column against the Giants. Okay, Jaster, 2 outs. Pitch to Orlando. 1-8, and he pops it up to short, Orlando. Under it is wine, and the side is retired. So no runs, 2 singles, both left on. And Kathy Harden, after a half, it's Atlanta nothing. And Montreal coming to bat. And I think I'm going to have a little bit of ginger ale. If that's okay with you, I get, I look for it on sale. I'm on a budget. Imagine you might be too. The food prices are insane. Here's Pat Jarvis. Not that that's a food. It's not a food product. But Canada Dry, to me, is the one to go with. Very nice to take a cup anytime, but I find it very refreshing. Very refreshing. Bottom of the first now. Gary Sutherland leads it off for the Montreal Expos. And it's Pat Jarvis, the right-hander for the Braves. Oh, was it Kathy Harden? I did not know that. I think it's good if you have a stomach feeling. And there's a placebo, too, with that. You think it's going to help, and it does help. Here's the pitch from Jarvis now to Sutherland. Oh, that's a re-roll. 6-5. Flies it to right. Henry Aaron under it. And there's one away. Aaron throws it back. Here's Ron Fairley, grand slam home run for Fairley in the 7th. 5 runs batted in for Ron Fairley. We don't know if Mr. Perota has joined us. Sometimes he's with us and we don't know until the time is right. Where the hell did Jarvis go? I think I snuck Jarvis underneath here. There he is. What the hell are you doing there, Pat? Okay, Fairley at the plate with 1 out, no one on. Bottom of the first, just underway here in Montreal. Strike call to Fairley. Okay, Jarvis, the pitch to Fairley. That's 6-6. Walked him. So Fairley takes first. And that brings up Rusty Staub. Also a left-handed hitter, facing Jarvis. Oh, that is very refreshing. That's fouled back by Staub and out of play. Pitch from Jarvis. 2-7. Fly ball center. There's Felipe under it. 2 down. Fairly holds at first. And here's Big Mac Jones. Jones fouls it back and out of play. Full count on Jones. Jarvis. 6-7. And there is a base hit by Jones. Fairly goes to third. It's the same story as the Braves. First and third, 2 out. It's like too little, too late. But we'll take it. The Spos say. Mac Jones with a single. Here's Big Bob Bailey now. They have a saying here in Montreal, Bob Bailey, come home. And he did it. If I'm not mistaken, my mind is whacked. I think he hit a home run in the first game. And you'll see him hit home runs. It's 2 outs, first and third. Jarvis trying to get out of this. Pitch to Bailey. Lord, look at that spin. 6-7. And that is a base hit by Bailey. Fairly comes home. Jones to third. And it is a 1-0 ball game. Lord, look at that kind of thing going on there. Big Bob Bailey. Sent Fairly home. Let's look at that again. Oh, yeah, no, I mean, Sebastian, you can do that all over the place. I call him a future Hall of Famer, Henry. Whether Mian would be traded to the Mets or Orlando would be traded eventually, a couple times over, I think, to the Red Sox, and he was a DH. That Boyer would die, like his brother, of some kind of disease. But look at that piece of hitting by Bob Bailey again. 6-7, base hit off Jarvis. Clean as a, well, no, it's not. It's first and third, 1 in. And we're going to look again for Bob Bailey, see what he did in the first game. Bailey pinch hit a 2-run home run to really cap it off for the, to start it off, I should say, and put the Expos in the lead. Big Bob Bailey. Really making things exciting here in Montreal. He has now 12 home runs. That was his 12th of the season. And we have it booked. My dream is to play another replay someday and have multiple replays simultaneously. And for at least one of them, keep full stats ongoing, game by game. First and third, 2 out now. Jarvis trying to get out of this. He'll be lucky if he gets out of this with 1 run. Okay, and it's Coco LeBoy coming up. So the Expos with a 2-run rally here. It's what I call it. Here's Jarvis now. The pitch to LeBoy. Whoa, 6-4. Fly ball center. Felipe. He's a 4-3. And he boots it for a 2-base error. Oh my, Felipe. Oh Lord, that's got to be pretty damn exciting here for the Expos. Jones comes home. Bailey goes to third. It's unearned, Mr. Perota. That shit is unearned. Would you say that, Kathy Harden? That shit's unearned. It's a very hyper realism here. Lord, a two-base error by Felipe. A huge disappointment. It happens, right? So it's second and third, two out. This really has become a rally. And here's Ron Brand. Jarvis not happy. Jarvis not happy. There's a strike call to Brand. Felipe in center field. Jarvis. The pitch to Brand. 2-11. It's a base hit to left. Bailey scores unearned. LeBoy goes to third. LeBoy coming around. 1-9. Left field, Carty. +2, 1-11. LeBoy's coming home. And here's the throw from Carty. Safe. And the crowd is going crazy. 2-run single by Brand, all unearned. And Lord, it wasn't pretty. But Coco LeBoy went around third, Kathy Harden. And Carty could not get him. He's a 1-9. Not very good. How the hell do you like that? So a 2-run single, unearned. We got 3 unearned runs here. And Bobby Wine, Jarvis, just the stress. He's thrown a lot of goddamn pitches. Okay? Just the stress. Here's Bobby Wine now. That's the way I think. I look out for these guys. Here's the pitch from Jarvis. 6-8. Grounder to second. Mian. Thank God he's a 1. And he throws him out. And that's the side. Big hand from the fans. 4 runs. I know it's hard to see it in there. But that's 4 runs. 3 of them unearned because of Felipe's error. And after 1, Kathy Harden. It's a 4-0 ball game. Who would have thought? 10-2 in the first by the Expos. And poor Pat Jarvis having to deal with that. But Jarvis has a lot of responsibility here. He allowed 3 hits. A walk and 3 hits. In fact, everyone except for Brand who got on came home. And we're heading to the top of the second. It's a 4-0 ball game, but don't count these Braves out. Okay, Jaster for Montreal. He allowed 2 base hits. Got out of it in the first. And he'll face Cletus to start it off. Cletus, right-handed hitter. Jaster. Struck him out. Oh, Jaster is rising to the occasion with getting Boyer swinging. Lord, that's a... And it's going to be Bob Tillman, the catcher. These Braves looking vulnerable when they don't have the pitching. Okay, well, they lost 10-2. Nobody could get anybody out for the Braves in the first game. Here's Bob Tillman. You know, we're looking for people like Big Ron Reed has been a big part of this. Phil Niekro has been a big part of this team, and they use largely spot starters after this. They're starting to use Pappas more, and that basically rounds out the pitching staff. You have spot starters, and Jarvis. You also have Stone, spot starter Stone, but he gets into the rotation at certain points in the year, you know what I mean? And of course you have Britton, who had the shit bombed out of him. You see, so I'm just kind of show you what we got for this ball club, this Braves ball club. A lot of it hinges, it comes down to pitching, folks. You know that. Bob Tillman, 1 out, nobody on. Top of the second. Here's Jaster now. 2-10. Grounds it to first. And that's scooped by Bailey. He steps on the bag for the second out of the inning. Now Gil Garrido. 2 outs, nobody on. I'll tell you, this Montreal team today, really playing with a lot of confidence. Jaster. 5-5. Fly ball right. Henry makes the catch, and the side is not Henry. I'm so sorry. What the hell am I talking about? Rusty. 1, 2, 3 for Jaster. Kathy Harden, and we're in the middle of the second. It's Montreal. It's a Montreal ball. It's some kind of a Montreal kind of evening. I don't know how you feel about it. I'm here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, broadcasting remotely. The game is in Montreal, and they're gonna let Larry Jaster come up to the plate here. Of course, Jaster, a 5WL. Jaster, you know that skit on SNL, Satan. You know that was funny as shit, wasn't it? Here comes Jaster facing Jarvis. We'll see Jarvis due up next inning. He better fare well. Problem is, the Braves don't have any pitchers. They're freaking tired as shit, that bullpen. Here's the pitch to Jaster. 4-7, and he struck him out. Well, there's a little boost for Jarvis, even though it's the pitcher. Now here's Gary Sutherland. Flew to right. Oh, that's good. Jarvis winds. Pitch to Sutherland, 6-7. And that is a base hit by Sutherland off Jarvis. He's getting hit off his card tonight. Two or three of these hits were right off his card, or all of them. Here's Fairley now. 1 out, Sutherland on first. 5-11. Base hit to left. So, it's just a beautiful swing there by Fairley. 5-11. Base hit off Jarvis. Sutherland. 1-12. 1-14. No need to run. It's 1 out, first and second for Stott. I mean, these ball players are hitting today. From the stretch, Jarvis. Pitch to Stott. 5-8. Fly ball center. Oh, maybe Sutherland should have gone. It would have been deep enough for him to tag. Felipe has it, 2 down. And now Big Mac Jones. Big Mac singled and scored in the first. Jarvis. And the pitch to Jones. 2-7. And he struck him out. And that helped. And I think the Braves just want to try to come back in this game. They don't want to use a lot of pitchers. I'm going to let you know right now, because we had a little problem. We have a problem. It's 4-0 after 2. We have a little problem with the Braves. First of all, it's not that big to begin with, as far as I'm concerned. But Niebauer pitched it, when it says it pitched to third, but he Christ. he allowed 4 runs. Yeah, you remember that. The Grands, he loaded the bases and fairly so. He pitched. Doyle pitched an inning, but other than that. Stone came in, pitched 1/3. He might be available. Stone might be. Before I start worrying about who else, we might bring Stone in again. He only faced 2 batters. Top of the 3rd. And, I wrote, that should be an A. You want to say Jaster, court Jaster, but Jaster takes the mount, and it's going to be Jarvis. Damn right Jarvis is going to hit. Okay, Jaster, wind up, pitch to Jarvis. 2-8, struck him out. That's the second by Jaster tonight. Jaster facing Felipe now. 3-11. He lines it to second, caught by Sutherland. Right at him, 2 outs. Tell you, Jaster very nicely pitching. He's thrown 7 outs in order. Here's Mian now. 3. Oh, that's a re-roll. 3-3. Walked him. So Mian goes to first, 2 down. He's a 1-12 with Brand. From Brand, I should say. Or either way. And Henry's coming here now. And Henry hit the 2-run home run in the first game to put the Braves ahead 2-1. You see, Expos got a 1-0 lead, but after that, Expos exploded. Here's the pitch to Aaron. 6-11. Grounds it back to Jaster. Now he's a 5. That's about as bad as I would be. 7-5. And he throws him out. Oh, nice play by Jaster. Is that a sign of things to come? Nice play by Jaster. So the side is out. No runs, no hits, a walk. Left on base. Jaster has thrown 3 shutout innings. I remember Larry Jaster. Not well, but shit, I remember he existed. Hell yeah. Well, here comes Jarvis now. He allowed 2 hits in the second inning, but got out of it. He's going to face Bailey now. This lineup is starting to feel formidable. Here's Big Bob Bailey. The pitch from Jarvis. 2-11. Grounds it back to Jarvis. And he tosses Bailey out. Orlando at first throws it back to Jarvis. It's one down here, bottom of the third. Coco LeBoy. Coco hit that fly ball out to center. And something happened with Felipe out there. I don't know what. Oh, but it was a two-base error. Here's the pitch to LeBoy. Oh, Lord. 3-10, and he flies it to right. There's Henry. Gloves it out. Two-way. Henry with the catch. And Ron Brand even singled. Okay. Actually, he's a decent hitter. You know that? 258. Okay, Jarvis. 5-9. Oh, it's a fly ball, shallow fly ball left field. Cardi under it, and the side is out. So Jarvis throws the 1-2-3 here. And we've gone 3. It's 4-0, folks. I'm going to leave you with a trivia question. The first person to enter it correctly will win a gold star and a purple jelly bean. If you can, name 2 players who died from accidents, quote unquote accidents. Okay, I'll type it in for you. And I'll be back in a couple minutes. It really should be from, not of accidents. Bear with me. God. Whoever names them both will win a gold star and a purple jelly bean. Name 2 players who died from accidents. And this would be any type of accident. Okay, I can name 5, right off the bat, but, and it's, I don't know, you could maybe Google it. Name 2 players who died from accidents. And these are off the field. Okay? And don't say Carl Mays, okay? He beamed him. Beamed him to death. God, the only guy to die on the field. What a frickin' ball game. 4-0. Expos. We're going to be heading to the top of the 4th in due course. Oh, and I do appreciate all of you, okay? Just your presence helps me get through the day and the evening, because I'm scared shitless, people, of the world, the way it's been. But I try to get through the day. I'll be back. Just a couple minutes, okay? It's not going to be long. I am a Whoa, Harden gets it. Lord, is she good. Those are a couple people I didn't think of. You see how good that is to, you get a gold star. Let me type that in. You could keep track. All right. There it is for Kathy Harden. Thurman Munson, Airplane, and Clemente, Airplane. Let's see, anyone else? There's so many because it's a microcosm of the society, of the world, of people. Well, I'll be back in a couple minutes. I gotta go check something outside. I gotta make sure the world is still out there. Oh yeah, gold star and a purple jelly bean. I'll be back. That's a good picks. You could go with Fidrich. Mark Fidrich got sort of like his body caught in some sort of the bottom of a truck. Okay, and Don Wilson was so drunk that when he drove into his garage, this was not a suicide, he passed out with the car running and died of carbon monoxide poisoning. One of his children died upstairs. All the others were injured and hospitalized. I'll be back. How about Billy Martin died in a car accident? If you do car accidents, Bob Moose died in a car accident. There was a boating accident with Cleveland Indians. I think it was sometime in the 80s, or 3 major players were killed. Destroyed the team. In a boating accident. I'll be back, people. 4-0. 4-0 ball game. Whoa! Yeah! And we're gonna do the other stuff too. I think I'll pull out another bud from here. There's really not much here. This is a interesting ball game. I'm serious. I'll be back. I'm deadly serious. Jeffrey Guterman at Jerry Park. I'm in Fort Lauderdale, broadcasting remotely to Jerry Park. As long as nobody's hurt, you know, things can be bad, but as long as no one's hurt, okay, that's the important thing. I'm going to move on to the fourth. It's going to be Jarvis. Jaster, I'm sorry. You believe we're playing this game? Enrico Cardi is going to lead it off. These Braves, they let a 2-run home run to Aaron in the first game. And that's been it for these first place Braves, hanging by a thread with a half-game lead over the Giants, and the Giants lead by 1 in the loss column. They're essentially tied, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm going to try to be fearless with my emotional issues. What I'm going to do is open up my little thing here and pull out a piece of flour to get started on over the course of the next 3 or 4 days. These are large flowers, because they're not large, but they are hefty, okay? This fucking flour here can last me easily 3 or 4 days, because it's so potent. Oh, it's got a nice smell. You want to take a whiff? I don't advocate for anyone else. You want to take a whiff of that, Kathy Arden? Yeah. She wouldn't mind. My weed lasts a long time. And I enjoy it, and I get fucking blasted. You know, we used to call it ripped. It is fresh, Kathy. It is fresh. It's got a buoyancy to it. You know what I'm saying? When you give the little squeeze to it, it has a very, very nice buoyancy that invites you. And again, folks, it is a hybrid called Blueberry Muffin. It is a very subtle, very pleasing situation. And I'm going to enjoy this hit, and then we're going to have Rico hitting in the top of the fourth. I'm really impressed with this Montreal pitching thus far, really. Beautiful buoyancy. Beautiful. Jaster. 6-7. Swung on and belted by Rico. Oh my, and there it goes. Over the left field wall. Mac Jones watched it sail over. Rico leads off the top of the fourth with a home run. A solo blast, Rico Cardi. we've seen him hit that number before. Let's look at that again. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's off Jaster. And boy, is that a tomato right off his card. 6-7, 1-19. It's fucking out of here. Cardi with number 12 on the season. He hits his share. He's got, every once in a while, he just can't help but hitting it out. He had 16 in real world. And he's going to be playing more and more this August and this fall. So it's a 4-1 ball game. A long home run off Jaster. Here's Cepeda. 1-5, struck him out. That's number 3 for Larry Jaster. Here comes Cletus. Cletus struck out. 1-9. Fly ball left. Mac Jones with the catch. 2 outs. And Bob Tillman. Six, 7. Swung on and belted by Tillman. Oh, it's gone. Another home run off Jaster. Tillman with the home run. How do you like that? It's a 4-2 ball game. Tillman had 12 with only 190 at bats, so you're going to get home runs here, but you can't overplay him. We use Baseball Reference. Only 190 at bats. It's a 4-2 ball game. My Lord, let's just take a peek at that again. There it is again. 6-7. Gone. Oh, here's Gil Garrido. .310, grounds it to first, and that's the side. But 2 runs on 2 very long home runs off Larry Jaster. Middle of the 4th, 4-2 now. Now Jarvis retired the side in the 3rd. Ron Brand will lead it off, then it will be Jaster. That's fouled back by Brand. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Wine is leading it off here. Caught myself there. Here's the pitch to Wine. 1-8. Grounds it to 3rd, 1 away. Now Jaster struck out in the 2. He is a 5 WL. Pitch from Jarvis. That's 4-4. Grounder to short. Garrido a 3. 1-3 goes through for a base hit. Jaster with the ground ball just beyond the reach of Gil Garrido. He's on first, 1 down, and Sutherland comes up to the plate. It's 4-2 Expos. If you're just joining us, second of a doubleheader. They won the first one 10-2. Jarvis, 2-9. Grounds it to short, double play. Nicely turned by Garrido. Garrido to Mian to Orlando. Side retired. It's 4-2 after 4. And Jarvis will hit. They're going to keep with Jarvis. They can't afford, unless it's absolutely necessary, they can't afford to bring in a pitcher here. So, Pat Jarvis will hit. Braves down by 2. Top of the 5th. Okay, Jaster, the pitch to Jarvis. 4-9. Fly ball center. And Fairley makes a fairly nice catch out in center field. One away. Here's Felipe. Felipe 0 for 2. He had that 2-base error in the first when Montreal scored 4. Here's the pitch from Jaster to Felipe. 6-7. Swung on and belted off Jaster. And that's gone. And that was an 18. Holy shit, Felipe. With redemption here. My Christ. Felipe makes it 4-3. All solo blasts here for the Braves. And here's Felix. There is action in the Montreal bullpen, by the way. But I don't need to get into that right now. Here's the pitch to Felix. 3-7. Grounds it to short, 2 away. So an occasional pop allowed by Jaster, and they still have a 1-run lead. Here's Henry Aaron. Remember, he hit the 2-run blast in the first game, but they lost 10-2. Here's the pitch. 4-6. Grounder to short. Wine to Bailey, and the side is out. But another run for the Braves. They're whittling away, picking at it. And Jarvis, who's been pretty effective, increasingly effective here since that 4-run first. 3 of them were unearned, but still allowed a walk and 3 singles. Ron Fairley had a grand slam. I don't know why I can't get that through my head. But yeah, he had a freaking grand slam to ice it for the Expos. Expos 67. Jarvis. And the pitch to Fairley. 2-6. Walked him. Now, his endurance inning is not until the 7th. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Still very early in this ball game. Fairly on first. He's walked by Jarvis. And Staub comes up. Flew to center twice. Staub. Left-handed hitter. Jarvis. 4-7. Struck him out. Number 3 for Pat Jarvis. Number 3. Whatever. Now Mac Jones. So Staub goes down swinging. Jarvis from the stretch. Whoa, where am I going here? 5-10. Fly ball right. And Aaron has it. 5-10. Fairly holds for come home Bill Bailey. Jarvis. The pitch to Bailey. 6-4. Fly ball center. Felipe. He's a 3. 23. Reroll. 16-3. Makes the catch. So he didn't muff that one. No runs, 1 walk, 1 left. Through 5, it's 4-3 Expos over the Braves. What a ball game. What an interesting ball game. Well, Jaster has very gradually allowed 3 home runs, all solo blasts. And Rico Carty comes up. He hit one to lead off the 4th. We're here in the top of the 6th. We're in Jerry Park. It's a tight ball game, as Kathy says. It's a tight freaking game. Okay, Jaster is ready. Carty in the batter's box. Pitch from Jaster. 3-8. And he pops it up to short. Wine has it for the first out. So, I don't know, I like that. Jaster gets Carter to pop up. That's good. Here's Orlando now. 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out by Jaster in the 4th. 3-7. And that's a line drive to second, caught by Sutherland. Nice catch by Gary Sutherland. It's 2 outs. And Cletus, 0 for 2 tonight. Lord, Orlando 0 for 3. Some folks not hitting. Oh, that's very good. Here's the pitch to Cletus now. 4-9. Fly ball center. And that is playable by Ron Fairley. And he hauls it down. Side retired 1-2-3 for Larry Jaster. And I would definitely say this is a very interesting ball game. Something about it. Something about it, people. And Pat Jarvis has been effective. But Jaster retired the side. He has settled down. Didn't throw any long ones. The bullpens are somewhat active. And Coco LeBoy will lead it off for Montreal here, bottom of the 6th, to face Jarvis. Jaster. His endurance was the 5th, and that's okay. He did not hit it. Jarvis in the 7th. Here's the pitch to LeBoy. 1-9. And that's a base hit by Coco to left field. Thrown in by Cardi. And the Expos have Coco on first to lead it off here. It's almost like beautiful, you know. Ron Brand, the club's hitting, you know. Okay, Jarvis now from the stretch. The pitch to Brand. 2-5. And that's a line drive to short, caught by Garrido. 1 down. Bobby Wine, the batter, 0 for 2. The boy on first, 1 down, bottom of the 5th. Expos lead by 1. They won the first one 10-2. Here's the pitch to Wine. 1-10. Grounder back to Jarvis. Throws to second. He's got LeBoy. Forces LeBoy. And it's Wine on first now with 2 down. And here's Larry Jaster. Jaster gets a hand from the hometown crowd. Jaster. A 5 WL is the winning pitcher of record tonight. And he's 1 for 2. Okay, Jarvis. 2 outs, Wine on first. The pitch to Jaster. 1-6, struck him out, and the side is retired. So Jarvis gets out of that. We've gone 6, and it's a 4-3 ball game. Expos are leading by 1, and Jaster will come out for his 7th inning. He's vulnerable every inning. Tillman will lead it off. Top of the 7th. Here's Jaster now. Pitch to Tillman. 2-7, fly ball center. And Fairley again makes the catch. He's doing a good job out there, even though he's a 4. Now the batter is Garrido. The big question is, will Jarvis hit? Upshaw was the only pitcher I did not use in the last game from the essence of their bullpen. And Upshaw will be used in this ball game. He's warming right now. Here's Garrido now facing Jaster. 6-5, grounds it to short. That's going to be for Wine. He's a 3. 14-3. Oh, he boots it. It's a 2-base error by Bobby Wine. Oh, my Lord. Jesus, take the wheel. First error for the Expos today. So Garrido on first, 1 out, and there will be a hitter for Pat Jarvis, meaning that the next pitcher for the Braves will be Cecil Beanie and Cecil Upshaw. We'll get to that. I don't want to break the continuity of the ball game. Let's see who's going to hit. We'll get to who comes in and all that. Maybe I'll try that. Well, facing Larry Jaster, it's going to be a very unusual choice. It's going to be Tommy Aaron, he is our go-to guy if we are facing a southpaw. He's not particularly good either against southpaws, maybe not. But Tommy Aaron steps up to the batter's box. Upshur will come in. So it's a family affair here. Garrido on first, one down, top of the seventh. Aaron at the plate. Jaster from the stretch. 6-7. Swung on and belted by Tommy. Oh, he's a W power. So it's a base hit. And Garrido goes to third. My Jesus. Oh, shit. 6-7. End home run 1-19. But he's facing a lefty. Frickin' look at that. They need to make that lighter. He's a W against lefties, so it will not be a home run. It will be a base hit with 2 asteroids. So it's first and third, 1 out. Jaster in trouble here. It's Aaron on first, Garrido on second. Aaron has decent speed. Garrido, 1-12 running. There's action in the Montreal bullpen. I don't need to distract you. And here comes Felipe. Two-base error in center in the first, contributed to 4 runs, 3 of them unearned. Felipe is working on full-scale redemption. He hit a home run in the 5th. Solo blast. Here's the pitch to Felipe. 6-4. Grounder to short. Wine. He's a 3. Can he pull it? No, he gets it to first. Garrido scores the tying run. The only play that Wine had was to first. It was double play depth. You know that. Infield in only if said verbally out loud. When broadcasting, I suppose I might have done it just mentally when playing completely alone. A ground ball to Felipe, 6-4. Grounder to short, Wine a 3. And we have 5-3 over here. And that is, he's out, and the runners advance 1 base. So the run comes in, it's unearned. A lot of unearned runs in this ball game. Jaster allows that, no fault to his own. Now it's a 4-4 ball game. Jaster still holding his own here. He's going to face Felix. Now Felipe has completely redeemed himself. He gets a run batted in, actually. I believe. You could argue that if Mr. Perota's here. And here's Felix, 2 down. Moment of truth for Jaster. With action in the bullpen. And he just came up. Here's the pitch now to Felix, 2-7. And it's a base hit by Felix. 1 asteroid. Aaron goes to third, first and third again. Goes to second, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. So Aaron playing a key part in this ball game, Tommy Aaron. Henry watching from the dugout. And that's going to be it for Larry Jaster. Oh, what a reception for a guy who allowed 4 3 runs earned. What a reception from the crowd. Larry Jaster is being relieved here. He pitched 6 2/3 innings. He allowed 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Through the 6th, he allowed only 5 hits. 3 of them were home runs. Wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. Walked 1, struck out 3. And I think it's safe to put him down for 3 runs because that 4th one's unearned. Everything is unearned now, I believe. And Mr. Perotta here will always defer to him. So 1st and 2nd, 2 down, with Henry coming up with his brother on 2nd. How the hell do you like that? Let's see who's coming in here for the Expos. They've really been, McGinn is out of the question. McGinn is absolutely out of the question. They actually, let's remind ourselves, they have not gone through this bullpen very much in this doubleheader. So it's going to be Claude Raymond warming. Claude Raymond, the right-hander, is warming if needed. But actually, he is coming in. I am so sorry. We're in the middle of a goddamn pitcher's change. Claude Raymond, the wonderful Claude Raymond, coming in for Jaster. Jaster can lose this. He cannot win. That's why I put that as a reminder. And Jarvis is the winner of Jarvis can win this. It's going to be a new pitcher for the Braves. It's going to be Upshaw. We've already said that. Claude Raymond coming in from the bullpen. Lord Almighty. And it's going to be Henry coming up, 2 outs. 1st and 2nd, 1 in already. And then Raymond will, when he gets to the mound, he will take his warm-ups. I will be back in time for that. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Just to recap you folks, this is the 2nd game of a doubleheader. Expos took the first one 10-2. Wazlewski pitched decent baseball, then ran out of steam. Face got the win. Simbera came in for 2 innings. All the pitchers for the Braves got bombed. Britton, Niebauer, Doyle. 10-2 victory. It was a 2-run home run by Aaron. There was a grand slam by Fairley. Bailey hit 1. Today, it's been a very tight ball game. We've gone 6-2. We're in the top of the 7th with 2 down. And it's a family affair. Henry will be coming up with his brother Tommy on 2nd. Mian on 1st. But Tommy, can you hear me? And we'll see if Henry will make this a sibling situation. Oh, and yeah, we'll dig that. And Upshaw's coming in, so it's not. I don't think it's a fun situation. But Claude Raymond will be the new pitcher, and he's on the mound. He's taking warm-ups, folks. I'll be back in 5, give or take. Yeah, I'm gonna do what the hell I want to do here, folks. Okay. What a game. This Strat-O-Matic baseball is unbelievable when you really get into it. Okay, Henry coming to the plate. Yeah. Who's a baby? Yeah. Yeah. That was pretty. Really. It really is. It's a nice, makes for a nice ornament. We're at Jerry Park, people, and it's been quite a day. We had a great ball game in the morning, I believe. I can't even remember who. I'm sure I could jog my memory. And then we had the first game of this double at 3 p.m. Eastern U.S. time, 10-2 Expos. They've won the first 2 of this 4-game series. And we're tied up at 4 here in the second game. I'll be back. Well, here comes Henry now. We don't know if Mr. Perota is here, but we think we have it right. It's a 4-4 ball game. First and second, Tommy Aaron on second. And Mian on first, 2 down. And the new pitcher is Claude Raymond, and I'm going to take, just to show you an example, that's a bit too much. Okay? That'll send me to Palookaville. But what I'll do, it's a bit of a waste. I'll put it all in. And just really enjoy it. Puff on it, taste it. As Aaron approaches the batter's box, it's been quite a ball game. Okay, Claude Raymond is almost ready. Where is my lighter? Oh, here it is. Very, very tasty. Here's Claude Raymond now from the stretch. Pitch to Aaron. 5-7. And that's a base hit. Tommy Aaron scores. Braves lead at 5-4. My Jesus. A base hit by Henry Aaron. What a great player he is. Future Hall of Famer. Henry Aaron, except for bigots when he was going for 715, I never ever heard anybody say anything bad about Hank Aaron. I just want to tell you that. And he was the most consistent of modern day players. Year in, year out. Never had a bad year. So Raymond allows the go-ahead run. It will be charged. It's unearned. The boner by Wine set this all up, as far as I'm concerned. Here's Rico Carty now. He hit the home run. Raymond pitch to Carty. 3-9, and it's a base hit. Hank goes to third. Mian scores. I believe it's all unearned, Mr. Perota here. 3 unearned runs allowed by Jaster. And it's all frickin' unearned. Raymond has allowed 2 base hits, and the Braves have scored 3 here in the top of the 7th. They lead it now 6-4. Here's Orlando now, 2 outs. Raymond, 5-4, fly ball center. Fairly, he's a 4. It's a double. 2-run score. Cepeda knocks home 2. I believe it's all unearned. That shit's all unearned. Unless any of you have anything you want to come on here and text. And they're going to keep him in the ball game. One more time, Cletus. 2 outs, Orlando on second. What a heartbreak for the Expos. That's going to be 4-4. Oh, catch your X. Brand a 4. 16-4. It's a wild pitch. Followed by a foul out. The side is retired. Orlando did go to third on the wild pitch by Raymond. 4 runs for the Braves. Middle of the 7th inning stretch now. Seven, 4 Braves over the frickin', how many runs? 5 fucking runs. I'm so sorry, people, for my language. Really. Oh, wait, he scored. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs. I'm so sorry, people. It's all unearned. Shit. All friggin' unearned. That's 5 runs. Jesus. It's 8-4. So that's a tough break here for the Expos. Tillman will lead off in the 8th. Here's Cecil Upshaw. The wind has been blown out of these Expos' lifeline. They're down by 4 now. And Sutherland will lead it off. Here's Upshaw now. 5-10. Grounds to third, 1 away. Jarvis the winner. Upshaw is not eligible for the save. Fairly. 2 walks and a base hit. And a grand slam in the first game. 6-6. Base hit to center. Fairley is hitting so nicely. Here comes Staub. This game ain't over. We've seen it before. Rusty struck out last time. Flew twice to center. There he is, batting left-handed in his crouch. And the pitch to Staub. 3-9. Walked him. So it's first and second. With 1 out. This is the way to go for this ball club. Now it's Big Mac Jones. You gotta have faith. You gotta have faith. Big Mac Jones 1 for 3 here in the second game tonight. Upshaw from the stretch. Pitch to Mac Jones. 3-7. Struck him out. Upshaw Gets Jones swinging. And here's Bailey. He could bring the Expos within one. He hit one in the first game. Big Bob Bailey. Becoming a favorite here with the hometown crowd. Lots of personality. Okay, Upshaw now. From the stretch, 2 down, first and second. Pitch to Bailey. 3-5. Walked him. And that's going to load the bases for Coco. Oh. Here comes Coco. 2 down, bases loaded. Rip my heart out. Upshaw has gotten himself in doo-doo. Deep doo-doo. It's 2 outs, bases loaded. Pitch to LeBoy. 1-8. Grounds it to second. Mian throws to Orlando. Side retired. Tough break for the Expos, leaving 3 on in the 7th. They had 2 on with 1 out, and then they had them loaded with 2 outs, and LeBoy chops it to Felix. And it's 8-4 through 7. Oh. Claude Raymond had such a tough outing. He barely got anybody out. And when he did, he threw a wild pitch in that at-bat to Boyer. Finally got Boyer to pop out. And that's why, even despite the errors, that's why Claude Raymond, but Raymond is still in here. Isn't that something? Faring better for Raymond. And leading it off here in the top of the 8th, it will be Tillman. Tillman hit 1 out. What's no way down? Oh, you mean Raymond? Oh shit! He lost the goddamn game, even though I think it's actually Jarvis. Jaster who gets the loss. It was his runner on base. The Lord, that's the way that is hilarious. We're in the top of the 8th. Tillman leading off. He hit 1 out. Here's Raymond now. Hoping for better things, Claude. 3-12. Grounds to first X. That's for Bailey, a 4. Lots of 4s. 12-4. And he steps on the bag for the first out. So Tillman is retired. Here's Gil Garrido, who, again, he started it off in the 7th by hitting a ground ball to Bobby Wine, who booted it. Oh, here's Garrido. Oh, 1-3. Grounds it to third, 2 away. And Beanie is going to hit the Beanie guy, and he's a 7 NR, for Christ's sakes. How do you like that? Beanie and Cecil Upshaw is a 7 NR at the plate. How the fuck do you like that? And I'll just show it to you over here in case you're interested. 7 NR, 2 in the field. So Cecil steps into the box. Who would have thought Cecil would be hitting in the 8th? but he is. Here's Upshaw. Raymond has retired the first two batters here. Pitch to Cecil, grounds it to first. Bailey has it, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 for Claude there after the damage is done. And we're going to head to the bottom of the 8th, people. Yes, we are. What a ball game this has been. We're going 1 hour and 40 minutes into a very interesting leisurely ball game. And Ron Brand is the batter. I heard again from my former insomniac friend who told me he listens to the games, my games, our games, at bedtime. And he used to have incurable insomnia, and it's cured. I think it's also placebo. Okay? But anyway, we've gone so long. My crowd noise has dissipated, but there is something I can certainly do about that, and that is bring it right back on. Bring it back, sure. Okay, Cecil. Not eligible for the save, but certainly holding the, see if he can hold the line here. He had a tough going at it in the 7th. Loaded the goddamn bases. But got out of it. Lots of pitches. Here's Ron Brand to lead it off for Montreal. Upshaw. 1-6. Fly ball left. And Carty makes the catch. Here's one away. And here's Wine, poor guy. I always feel bad for these guys who end up being the GOATs. Pitch from Upshaw. That's 1-4. Grounds it to second. Felix over to Orlando for the second out. It's like a fine-tuned machine, that Felix to Orlando mechanism. Same thing with Boyer on third. And there's going to be a hitter for Claude Raymond. Yeah, even he is not subject to all of that nonsense. He pitched 1 1/3, allowed 3 hits. That's the important part. No walks or strikeouts, no earned runs. Okay, but 2. But also the shit that the go-ahead run was charged, though, to Jarvis. All unearned. Raymond. Really disappointed. But they're an expansion team. Let's see who's hitting. Here with 2 outs, a bleak situation. Coming in to hit against Upshaw. This is kind of funny. You have Ron Fairley and you have Jim Ferry. And he only had 49 at-bats, but I get a kick out of using him to pinch hit. Okay? And I bet you this guy knew how to fight with a name like Ferry. So Ferry pinch hitting here, a left-handed hitter going against Upshaw. Actually, Ferry was pretty good. Let's see who's coming in, by the way. for Claude. Poor Claude. Down by 4. They're going to bring in the guy who they would never bring in, only because it's a quirky kind of night. I've had a lot of weed. It's going to be Dick Raditz. They got him from Detroit earlier in the season, and he pitched only 35 innings. He's really, look at that ERA. Well, we're going to use him because of the context. So, Raditz, he was with the Red Sox, I believe, is warming. And here's Ferry. Okay, Upshaw, the wind-up, pitch to Ferry. 4-6, walked him. Now, he's got good speed. So it's sort of a heartbreaking situation here, down by 4. I guess you'd call me the pessimist. And Ferry on first with 2 down, Upshaw, trying to get out of this. Sutherland. Pitch from Upshaw. 6-7, grounder to second. Felix. Of course, he's a 1. 12-1, and he throws him out. Side retired in the Expos 8th. And Upshaw moving right along. Right along. We're heading to the 9th, folks. And look who's coming out. Dick Raditz. Dick Raditz, the right-hander. We get a look at Dick Raditz here, pitching in the 9th to Atlanta, the top of the order. So I guess it's a nice privilege for the veteran, Dick Raditz, to get to face these greats, Alou, Mian, Aaron, Carty, Cepeda. You actually hope he doesn't. That means he's not getting them out. Okay, Raditz facing Mian. If you're looking ahead and you're the eternal optimist to the bottom of the 9th, it'll be the Fairley, Staub, and Jones, and then Bailey, and then Coco. Okay, so we'll see what happens. But meanwhile, it's Felipe now, who has been saved from a deadly 2-base error in the first. But Expos have come back. Okay, Raditz. The pitch to Felipe. 5-5. Grounds to short. Garrido. 5-3. Throws him out. I'm sorry, it's Wine. Threw him out. Same difference. So Felipe is retired. Dick Raditz, the veteran, picked up from Detroit early on, battling shoulder problems, all sorts of things. But he's back. This is more like what I like to do. Just something like, that's too small. Whoa, that's really small. See if I can even do that. You see? This has been a very, very interesting ball game. You know, most of my ball games are straightforward. This one is approaching the 2-hour mark. We started at 6, non-stop. We've taken breaks. Felix has walked back to the dugout. He's getting something for his resin. Yeah, let's take a little taste here. Actually, that was good. Okay, Raditz facing Felix, and the pitch. 6-5. Hit by Felix. Oh, but he's a W against right-handers, so that'll be a base hit by Felix. Oh, thank you, Kathy Harden. Isn't that nice to get feedback from Kathy? Isn't that nice? Thank you. Absolutely. Felix with the base hit off Raditz. What a ball game. I'll put it even in writing there. Thank you very much. I have my keyboard down on this desk, this multi-dimensional desk, spatial, and now you have to just move to the left and go down to type it. It would be nice if I had it level. All I'd have to do is swing and, you know. All right, Felix on first. Being held 1-12 with Brand. And here's Henry now, again. Henry got the big base hit. I think it was Henry's base hit that brought home Aaron. That's right. Second run that would be. That would be 2-3. That was their fourth and fifth runs. Aaron. My Lord. And bringing home his brother was just a Kodak moment. Okay, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Aaron. 2-8. Oh, it's a fly ball center. Going back is Fairley, and whoa, he makes a nice catch. Nice catch by Fairley out in center. That would have been a double. So it's 2 outs with Felix on first, and here's Rico now. Rico 3 for 4 tonight. Solo blast. Here's 2 outs. Dick Raditz from the stretch. Pitch to Carty, 6-8. Walked him. So first and second with 2 down. Dick Raditz will face Orlando now. Dick trying to get out of this. Okay, the pitch to Orlando. Oh, 6-8. Walked him. The bases are loaded. With Atlanta Braves here in the top of the 9th. Not exactly a promising situation, but there are 2 outs. Imagine that. And Cletus is at the plate. Cletus is 0 for 4 tonight. I'd have to check how he fared in the first game, but I doubt very well because they only got Aaron's 2-run home run. Bases are loaded. Braves lead by 4 here. Top of the 9th. Raditz trying to get out of this. Pitch to Cletus now. 4-10. And he flies it to left, and Mac Jones makes the catch. Side retired. And Raditz gets out of it. At least we got to see Raditz. And he got out of it. But a bit of an erratic inning. Fly ball left by Cletus. We're heading to the bottom of the ninth now. Beanie and Cecil. This is his third inning of relief. And it's going to be the meat of the order. Soy, if you prefer. Fairley, Staub, and Big Mac Jones. Look, it's possible. Stranger things have happened. In fact, it happened just the other game. Here's Fairley now. 2 for 2, walked twice. Hit a grand slam in the first game in that 10-2 win. Wow, Mr. Perota, our official scorer. Awesome. So he will get the save if he finishes this ball game. How do you like that? Upshaw for the save. And, you know, I'm really glad about that, Mr. Perota, because that gives him something of substance. Okay, Fairley now. Upshaw. 1-8. And it's hit deep by Fairley. That's going to be a triple off the wall. Fairley opens up with a triple, a big triple. Yes, Perota for the save. It was a great save. But Fairley unloads on Upshaw. A ball hit so deep to right center. Felipe was able to run it down, but not before Fairley came into third, sliding. And here comes Saab now. This is Cecil's endurance inning. And believe it or not, there is action in the Braves bullpen. There's a perfect man if needed. I know you, well, actually I shouldn't use that guy. Here's the pitch from Cecil to Staub. 2-9, grounds it to first, and Fairley holds. Wow. Fairley holds. He holds. Here comes the big guy, Big Mac Jones. What a ball game it's been. It's Fairley on third after the triple. 1 out. Upshaw. 1-8. Struck him out. Oh, Upshaw with his second strikeout. And he's 1 out away from the win. And Bob Bailey, the batter. It's been quite a doubleheader. I'll give you all that. Here's Upshaw now. From the stretch with Fairley on third. Pitched to Bailey. 6-5. Grounded to short, Garrido. He's a 3. 23. Reroll. 12-3. Throws him out, and the ball game is over. Some game, folks. Oh, Lord Christ. Final score is Atlanta 8. Montreal 4. It was a good one, though. I'll tell you, I'll give the Expos that. They were tough. They did not stop fighting. Win goes to Jarvis. We're waiting for Mr. Perota's appointment of the star of the game. Upshaw went 3. Allowed only 2 hits. He did walk 3. Struck out 2. Allowed nothing. He gets the save per Mr. Perota. Absolutely. Jaster with the loss. Even though Raymond really was the pitcher when it happened. 6, 7, 8. Raditz came in. He pitched the 9th. Got into trouble. Allowed 1 hit, 2 walks. Had the bases loaded, but he got out of it. Final line in this ball game. Oh, Perota is asking about Carty. Jeez. I'm going to give it to Upshaw. Okay? Maybe not, but... you know what I'm saying? But you get the final call, sir. 8 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error for the Atlanta Braves Expos. 4 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. So we're waiting. We'll give it to Carty. We'll wait it to see if Mr. Perota goes further with his, at times, somewhat cryptic messages. Just kidding. That's it, folks. You want to see Carty's home run in the 7th? No, Carty hit a home run in the 4th. Thank you, Kathy Harden. Oh, his hit in the 7th. It was actually Aaron's hit that knocked home the tying and the winning run. All right. That would be sentimental to give it to him just for that. I say give it to Upshaw, but it's your call, sir. The Braves and the Expos split the doubleheader. The first game, 10-2 Montreal. They exploded in the 7th and then 3 runs in the 8th. Face got the win, Britton the loss. Grand slam by Ron Fairley. Aaron hit his 23rd, Bailey hit his 12th. In the second game, though, the Braves came back 8-4. They were down 4-0, and then 3 solo home runs, 2 in the 4th and 1 in the 5th. Carty, Tillman, and then Felipe. They were within 1, and then they exploded for 5 runs in the 7th to win it. It's a fairly big day. Oh yeah, we might as well say Fairley gets player of the doubleheader. He did have 5 runs batted in with a grand slam, but also knocked in another run. I guess it was here. So yeah, but you know what? I'll just give it here to if you want to give it to Carty, that's fine. So he did knock in and score. He was 3 for 4 with a walk, so that's a pretty good call. So we'll give it to, and I'm a fan of Rico Carty. The Braves will now move on to, Braves and the Expos will move on to their 4th game on August 6, 1969. Try to remember this one. And the Braves now increase their lead from 1/2 game to a full game, but remember, they are now, I believe they still, that the Giants are 1 game ahead of them in the loss column. And yes, it's true. Okay. So it's a very, very close race. They're essentially tied, but it's technically 1 game. Expos, tough loss. Stay strong, everybody. Stay well. And I'll catch you next time. could be a time.